the Tanegashima precinct. Not by any means a bustling hub of officers and investigators coming in and out through the day, but a humble shack that services what the island needs from its police force. Due to its lack of vivid activity, the detectives and other officers often revel here in the peace when taking breaks. Today, however, is no such day. I walked up the road to the police center. Even from a short distance, I wouldn't really blame anyone for missing it completely. The Tanegashima precinct. It always catches me off guard when I remember how small it really is. I walked up the small porch to the door and knocked on it. A few seconds passed, but there didn't seem to be any response. I knocked again. This yielded the same results. Frustratingly, it also did on the third try, and the fourth. For real? I find it really hard to believe there's nobody inside. Stepping off the porch, I looked around. Maybe I'll find someone by looking through the window? I walked up to it and pressed my cheek up against the dirty glass. Really? Sure enough, I couldn't see anyone inside. Not even a clerk at the reception desk. I mean, okay, think about it. It's a Monday. Maybe everybody partied too hard on the weekend and nobody showed? Or maybe they're all looking for Tsuki. That's definitely it. I mean, that's definitely not it, but I'll have hope. God knows I need it in this kind of situation. I walked back up on the porch and looked at the door again. Well, the sign says they're still open, so I guess they expect me to just try the door? I twisted the rusted handle on the door, and sure enough, it opened without any trouble at all. Fair enough. Well, not like there's much use standing around out here. In I go. Just as I saw through the window, there wasn't a soul to be found in the reception area. It really is a no-show here. But the moment I said that, I noticed a detective down the hall. I waved to her, and she looked up from the paper she was scanning. Oh, you. Hey, excuse me. Is there anyone I can talk to follow up on a missing persons report? God, I hate acting like this. Staying strong and formal is far from my strong suit, but I don't exactly think it's a super good idea to be on the bad side of the police. The detective, who isn't even in any kind of uniform, points to a cubicle in the back of the hall and walks off. Oh, thank you. I walked down the hall and peeked around the corner of the cubicle. Sitting down behind it is a woman in a coat, writing something down on a notepad as she looks at one of her screens. Hey, Miss Detective, are you free at the moment? I have a few questions I'd like to ask about, this report I filed. I have it in my binder here somewhere. Shit, where did I actually put the damn thing? I started scrambling through my files desperately. The detective looked up from her screen. She seemed a bit confused. Hey, I don't think you can just... Found it! I pulled the piece of paper out of the binder and handed it to her. Here we are! I've got the details in this for if you need to do, like, a lookup or something. Or I can give you her name, or something. The detective sighed and looked at me disapprovingly. Save it. You're here about Tsuki, right? Not many missing persons reports around here, so this is the first one in a couple weeks. Yes, Tsuki Tasogare. That's her. What's the report? Nothing since we opened the investigation. I frowned. Nothing? It's been a whole day. You have to have found at least something. It's been less than a day. A girl goes missing and expect us to mobilize our entire force to find her? You barely have any resources as it is. I mean, I don't want you to do that. I just thought you might have made some progress, or something. I don't know. The detective sighs again. Well, we haven't. We'll let you know if we find her. Until then, why don't you try to take your mind off of it? I understand that's stressful. Oh, for the love of... Despite her efforts to calm me down, she was clearly unaware of the inverse effect it was having. Okay, find it. I'll do it myself. I'll find her, and I'll prove to you that you can do better. This yielded another sigh from the detective. Listen, I understand your worries, but if you go and break any laws or get yourself into danger, we aren't going to protect you because of an emotional outburst. The last thing we'd want is to find your sister and to have to tell her we had to lock you up. Understand? Before the detective was even finished with her sentence, however, I was already on my way out the door. Peace. What a piece of work. Once I got back outside, I sat down on the porch and tried to calm myself down. Not to much avail. I should message Allison and let her know how it went. God damn. The park is still a good bit away, but I am not walking that distance in this weather. When does the next bus come? I checked on my phone. 10 minutes at the nearest stop. Thank God. I put away my phone, got up off the precinct porch, and started walking toward the bus stop.